In Uganda, there have been 14,207 non-governmental organizations since 1989, when registration became mandatory. However, with the validation exercise which ended on 7th August, only 3,810 NGOs are operating with valid permits, while 10,397 have invalid permits. According to the Internal Affairs Ministry, this is the distribution of NGOs which we have validated. 1,635 NGOs are indigenous, 254 foreign, 205 international, regional 7 and continental 17, totaling to 2,118.
All NGOs which do not appear on the validated register should stop operations immediately. Stakeholders, especially the district and sub-county NGO monitoring committees, the Financial Intelligence Authority, Uganda Police, banks, hotels, and other sectors should check the status of any NGO with the register on the website or with the NGO Bureau to ensure that such NGOs do not operate in any part of the country.
The National NGO Forum has welcomed the new government position.
And that helps us also because there are so many people who can come up with things and call themselves NGOs. They do something wrong, then they blame those that are legitimate.
The NGO Bureau has been tasked to make sure all NGOs are accountable in their operations.
All NGOs must align their programs with the sub-counties and with the districts, and they must report their presence in the operations on those centers.
But why did over 70% of the registered NGOs fail to validate their permits?
Others feigned ignorance of the validation exercise. Some of them at that time did not have the required information.
Some were up country. Some of our members, for example, kept calling us and say our internet has collapsed.
However, NGOs have expressed some fears.
While a lot of data is being collected, the safety protocols that are there to protect this data from misuse, I think we are still also being developed. And that's a worry.
With just less than a year to the campaigns of the general elections, some critics look at government's validation of NGOs as a move to shrink the political space because some of the NGOs have been actively involved in politics and activism.
2021 in terms of elections will be the 8th election in this country. Whether the elections or not, governance must continue.
Although the validation exercise ended on 7th August, the minister said that the NGOs that have the credentials still have a chance to validate them with the National NGO Bureau. Sudil Biarhanga, NTV.